So I was going to tell you because you mentioned you're here like as a friend, and what I went through when I first uh, gave you a post to put on one of your channels, and I'll never forget. I named the breathing technique incorrectly, and people were just eating me alive. And it was so interesting to see the wellness community, or people that are supposed to be very spiritual, just coming down on you like that. And eventually I think they saw it, and people started coming around, but being able to work through that with you made me feel really connected to you. Like I felt like the best parts of you and the best parts of me came out to be
Yeah,
there with each other,
it's
and
true.
that was really nice.
It is true. Yes, I still remember that post. I think it was on one of the main pages that we have, and it did. But at the same time, it did have some engagements and some interactions, which is actually very cool. If it wasn't
Yeah,
a very interesting topic, it wouldn't people wouldn't care. It was something that
yeah,
actually touched people, and yeah. But always, I think the loudest voices are those with the negative voices, I believe, right? So people who have those something to criticize or say are the loudest. But overall, it was a very successful post. The breathing technique was on point. Maybe just some mistake when it comes to typing or something like that. But yeah, it did perform very well, and I think a lot of people have enjoyed it. And I think it was that week one of the most saved videos that we had, and it was actually a paid one. So it
yeah.
yeah, so we collaborated. It was paid post, but it did perform even better than those like regular ones. So it was very cool, very good, very cool from your side, and I liked how we've handled the situations, both of us. Yeah,
Me
very
too.
cool. Yes, yeah,
So even though we've gotten to know each other kind of like on a energetic and emotional connection, I asked you to come and chat with me because I know you have a lot of experience with social media, and mainly Instagram, and you have a
true,
lot of pages like daily hatha yoga and daily
true.
yoga practice and daily
Yes,
everything, right? Like
yes,
all the
yeah,
dailies.
yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true. Yes.
So I want to know, like, because I know you're also you have a yoga practice. You're also very into wellness. So how did you get started with these pages? Have you always been in marketing, or what's your background?
Um. Okay, I'll see. So I started the page back in 2018. Actually, at that time, I was in a very low period of my life. Um, so I was just starting yoga because I think none of the outside things really worked for me. So yoga was I just heard about yoga, and then just like I had like 3 sessions, 4 sessions with a yoga teacher here in my city where I'm from, and I just liked it, just liked it. And now when I tried to search yoga on Instagram to follow, I didn't find pages to follow, people like new things. And at that time, I just quit college, just take 1 year just to focus on myself, what to do, where to go, and yeah. So I decided, why not start a blog, a channel blog on Instagram, since I was very addicted at that time on about Instagram, and I said to myself, like, instead of taking time to scroll and just waste hours on Instagram, why not create something on Instagram? So I used to go to yogis on Instagram and I asked them if I can repost their posts on Instagram, and they say, yeah, of course you can, because like it was a free promotion, but at the same time it wasn't a big page back at the time. But quickly, like 3 months, 6 months later, the page was already big, 100,000 subscribers, because there was actually no competition back at the time. It was very easy to grow a page, and it still is. Just have to just different tactics, different strategies. But back at the time, it was just me being very curious about yoga, sharing people's practices on the page, and sharing different ones. And if I find something interesting about someone, a yogi created on Instagram, I posted on the page, and it was just like that. I was consistent with my posting. Like I was posting about 3 to 4 times a day, very consistently. From 2018 to this day, we still post the same number of posts every day. That's why
Wow.
the main page is like 2.4 million followers, I believe, right now on Instagram, and the altogether, I think
And which one is the main page?
it's yoga daily practice. It's yoga daily practice.
Okay, that one's the main one.
Yes, we have other pages, but they are smaller, kind of, um, compared to the main one. So yeah, it started.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
2.4 million followers. How do you feel when you see that now?
I don't know. It just I don't know. Still, because I consider this a community like that belongs to everyone. I don't take it personal. I never take it personal. That's the truth. So I never have. It's not my name. It's not myself. It's not my personal page. So I kind of feel like it's.
Yeah,
That's why on the page I say this is a community. It's so a community should belong to everyone, and I think it's a page for everyone to share the journey, to tag us, and we do the same. So we try to post people. We try to share different um, cultures, people's perspectives about yoga, people from the West, every part of the world, actually. Some Indians, U.S. citizens, Europeans, Moroccans, everyone have the right to share because yoga, I think um, it's more than one one side perspective. It's just like, and I like this how we created the page now. Like we have a team, like we are three right now, and I like how we structure the page, actually, and how we structure the pages. It's like we post every kind of yoga, like sometimes just physical, nothing spiritual. Sometimes some aspects about philosophy and spiritual side of yoga. Sometimes things about sharing people from the US sharing experience, how they teach, and then sometimes people from India and sharing their story and how it got started and everything. So I like this. I don't like to say like yoga is this because I like this.
yeah.
This
Variety.
variety.
Just
Exactly. Yes, I love it really. But I think one thing is true is that true people who practice yoga, who truly are um, devoted into their practice, uh, we can all get along together. I've never seen a very good-hearted person who practices uh, uh, and who has devoted themselves into yoga, and you cannot get along with them. It's just like one community, one big love for yoga, for truth, for being healthy, for wellness, and for mindfulness. I think it's just one thing. At the end of the day, it's just one purpose, but a different perspective and some variety from here and there. But so yeah, to answer your question, how do I feel? So it's not mine, and I don't think like it's something that I um, own, or it's like for everyone.
yeah,
But I like the growth, and I'm very happy and very excited to see where it is going, really. So
yeah. Well, congratulations, because that is amazing. It's amazing.
I
And I
appreciate it.
want to touch on something about that. Recently, I reached out to Sky Cave Retreats. Have you ever seen those, like people that are taking off the blindfolds after being in darkness for 3 days? So them. I spoke to them about coming on the channel to talk about some stuff. And I love one of the posts that they shared. And it was like, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact words, but it was something like, a lot of our suffering comes from trying to make ourselves important. And I think, what you just mentioned, like, it's not about me, it's about me lifting others and giving others a voice and giving others a platform. And now, because of you doing that, I mean, you were the vision behind it. You created this space, but the space wasn't about Mehdi. It wasn't like, look at me. And I think that's a mistake that a lot of us make, or many of us have made. And maybe taking that shift away from yourself
Yeah,
and onto the community can yield better results.
absolutely, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and I share the same thing for sure. Like you don't have any boundaries, anything like holding you back, something like a weight behind your back, because it's something like bigger than yourself. It's not yourself, just for everyone to enjoy, for everyone to be a part of. So yeah, I absolutely share the same vision, and I absolutely share the same thing. Less important you take yourself to be, the easier life gets, and the more you can progress, and you can see better results in life, in your spiritual journey, in your yoga journey. Just yeah, the less important you take yourself to be, the better your life becomes. Like it's true, and I share the same vision as well. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
So, did you have any marketing background before you started this?
Not really, to be honest. It was I wanted to work online. I wanted to work online at the same time, but it was my very successful thing. It was building this yoga page on Instagram. So I've been successful with something else. Been I have built an agency in the past, marketing agency, after I
Right.
built the yoga page. But I would say it was the very first successful thing. Like, once I had like 100,000 subscribers on the page on Instagram. I've never really had any results in marketing yet, but it gave me confidence. So it was back at the time the algorithm was very easy to grow back at the time, because there was no competition. Like someone, yoga was something trending, and it wasn't there weren't much people on it. uh, there were high demands but low offerings. So people would always, especially in 2020, I think it was the, the time where it peaked. I think we were growing like around 5,000 to 10,000 people per day. Yes,
Wow.
yes, per day, because people were at their house and people were going crazy. And I think the best thing that people can do is to work out and to be mindful, because otherwise you cannot survive, because you are uh, in a four walls bedroom. You cannot go out. You cannot do anything. You're just eating, and that's it. And you're thinking, is it now? Is it the life I'm going to live forever? Because we didn't know where this is going to end. So uh,
Yeah.
everyone was going to yoga, typing yoga, 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 and we were there. We were posting people. We were helping people with the yoga content, sharing, and it was like it just blowed in at that time. So we went from, I think, 150 to 500,000 subscribers in like a couple months or something, in that period of um, where we were.
That's insane growth.
Yes, amazing. So I got a little bit lucky as well. So, but also a kind of, I was very disciplined, but also lucky, because there wasn't much competition, and the people needed yoga, and it wasn't enough content, so it was just perfect. But for my side, I started learning marketing, and I started to learn how to grow after that, because once it was like a yoga back at the time was a trendy thing. Then how you can grow it, it's up to you. So people now, they are out there, they don't need yoga anymore, so how will you keep growing the page? So now
Yeah.
this depends absolutely on you. So people know yoga, so there's lots of other competition, lots of pages, lots of people also doing the same thing that you do. So what you should do now is to have a different approach, be more consistent, be more disciplined, offer something different, so that's what I've been trying to do in the past 4 or 3 years.
Everybody says that. Yesterday I just had a chat with my friend Steven, who he does quality assurance, or he worked in quality assurance for luxury hotels. And I was like, yeah, like how can you make the experience amazing? And he's like, you just have to be different. You have to be different. I'm like, yes, but what does that mean? And I know it means something different to everybody, because what's different is you
It's
know?
Yeah,
But how do you know what your different is? Like, how do you find your different?
yeah. I think everyone has their own unique touch in a way, and you just have to um, capitalize it and make it happen and make it in the outside world somehow or another. I think it's easy in a way, but also you just have to. The more you being yourself, it comes natural to you. I think I should post this, or I think I should go a little bit this. I think people need this right now, and you trust your intuition, you trust your guts, and you work, you put in the work, and it just happens then naturally. I think that's how we've grown very fast in the. I wouldn't say fast, but um, compared to other people in the yoga industry, I think we've had the most
Hmm.
growth on the pages. But yeah, I think it's because we try to what we have in mind. We try to put it into realization. I think everyone is unique in their uniqueness. I think, but
Do
we
you,
just have to trust it enough and put it out there, for it to grow.
yeah.
Right?
Yes. Do
It's
you do
true.
you think part of that is fear? Like, maybe you know what makes you different, but you're like, that's too different. That's too unique. But
Yeah,
sometimes that's the very thing. No, because people like shock and awe. And I've heard a lot of people say that if you really want to attract, you also need to allow space to repel. It could, because if you're just trying to do this and have everybody come, it's not very clear. But if you're very clear, you're going to attract the people that they're like, hell yes, no, and you're going to repel the people that are like, no, no, I don't like that. And that's a good thing. What do
absolutely.
you think about that?
Yeah, yeah. I also share same thing. Yeah, yeah. At one point, I had to um, get rid of like the idea or the concept of um, people are doing this, so how I cannot be outstanding. How oh, it's not. It wouldn't be right to be different. I don't know if you know what I mean, but um, because you see
Well, keep
people,
keep going. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
people who are already like above you or are doing greater than you
Mm,
in a way, and you come up with something different also, and you say, no, I don't think I have. No, who am I taking myself to be in order to, you know uh, to s- to be different, than the others? Or
yeah,
but I think it comes natural. What Yeah, you start to to let go of the old, and you just start to give and to start to receive actually the new. I think, and it comes natural. It comes natural to you, and you just have to apply it. I think for me, when I look back, I don't think that I've done something special. Just what I had in mind, just apply it. And I think most people are fearful, more full of fear. I don't know why, but yeah, you just have to when it comes, you just have to trust it, and you just got to go with it. I mean, it will
Yeah.
take you something beautiful for sure.
I think a lot of it is like self doubt and imposter syndrome. And, maybe sometimes we focus so much on who we were or who we used to be. And then we compare ourselves, like you were saying, to people who are more successful.
Yeah,
And a lot of success is luck, like you were saying. Like
yeah,
there's a video from Vertasium where they talk about a big part of success is
of
just
course.
luck.
Of
You just
course.
get lucky one day, you're
Mm.
but the way you get lucky and create the space for luck is by accepting who you are and releasing the fear, releasing self-doubt. Think about not so much who you were, but who you are, who you want to be, and just embody that person and show up as that person,
Absolutely.
and let the self doubt just shh.
You know, you just have put it very beautifully. I can't say more to that. Just explain it very
Okay.
beautifully. Yeah, you are a very articulate person, by the way. Yeah, I just have to say.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
you are.
I don't feel that way, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that you think so.
No, no,
That's
no.
good to
I
know.
you
Thank
are,
you.
you are. No, I think that you are. Yeah, you articulate some things
Okay.
that I have in mind, but you do it very beautifully. So, yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Mehdi.
yeah thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, because I put your questions are long. Okay, so retreats. With the experience that you have, how do you think this could help with retreats? Like, let's say somebody wants to build a page about their retreat.
Okay.
Based on some of the things that you've learned in your own community, like what are some of the key strategies that you would recommend for building relationships and building community online, and specifically Instagram?
Yeah, I think the one thing I say to everyone who wants to grow on Instagram is in the beginning, you don't focus on sales, on selling or anything. You just have to create content, provide value, and that's it. And from that content, you will have you can create newer people coming to you, and you can create a new community. And once this community trusts you and loves you and likes you, then it will come automatically. It will ask you like if you have any offerings, and then the offerings comes natural as well. So we tell them yes. For those asking, we are offering this retreat next month, next year, in this place. And this is what we offer. This is what we do, because we get a lot of questions about this because you already provided value in the past. You already provide value. You already given them a lot of things for free that now they trust you, and they don't know maybe other people that they trust and know, so they come naturally to you, and then that's how it's done. So that's if someone has to start from scratch, I would say like to invest like 3 to 6 months in the beginning, just providing value, and then um, even if they have retreats, they don't promote it as retreats for the first, just like film retreats, film what they have, and maybe they can have tutorials on their retreats, but still you don't sell anything yet. And then people will say like, I want to, if they like you and trust you, they come naturally to you. So I think that's the perfect way of how we worked with our clients in the past, and I think it's the best way. Like, you don't come out very salesy in the beginning. Just natural, and provide
Yeah.
value, and for you to have a successful retreat, it will it won't come just by one night, just like that. It has to come from a from a long way from you have built, because you have built a community. You have built trust with them. They trust you. They like you, and now they want to be with you, and they would pay like it doesn't matter how much, because they trust you, so they know you as a person, and they want to invest in you, because they like you. That's I think the purest form, I think, so to go for it.
Yes. I love that. That's my favorite form. I've listened to a lot of Instagram business experts, and a lot of them say, use your stories to connect and use your feed to sell, sell, sell. Like sell on your feed, sell all over your feed. Don't be afraid to sell. And I can see how it works for them. I, you know, it just doesn't feel natural to me.
Yes.
And I was talking about this with my husband last night. There are many paths to success. There are many paths to growth. There are many paths to everything. It really just depends on what path feels authentic to you. Like
Yes,
how
absolutely.
many clothes are there in the world? How many fashion styles? And one might work for this person, but for somebody else, like for me and Evan, I was talking to Evan yesterday about building community, and he also said like it takes time and hard work, but a lot of people don't want to hear that. They're like, okay, but how can I make it next week? Or how can I do it like tomorrow? And the way that I like to do it, the way that it sounds you like to do it, and Evan likes to do it, and the people, and it's just like slow growth, baby. It's you're planting a tree
Yeah.
and you gotta let it grow.
Yeah, slowly but surely, that's the way, always. You go very slowly,
Yeah.
but you know, because you are very being very consistent, very disciplined, and you are providing value. I think it's unnatural for life not to give you what you deserve, what you want, because you are being aligned with the best possible ways to make an income. It's because you are sharing, you are giving. Um, so yeah, because they say you have life is about receiving and giving, but it's about giving, 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 and then it's about receiving. So you just have to give, and things will come natural to you, and it will even be more authentic. If you have other competitors, if for example you have retreats, you are offering a retreats and others are having a retreat, I think they will trust the person who doesn't sell as much, and they will buy from them, from that, compared to that person who sells a lot. They'll have a more successful retreats than the ones that actually are selling from the get-go. So I think it's naturally the way it works. For myself, we do the same. We don't go and for example, and sell maybe a product, or sell maybe a shout out or whatever. We just want to build a connection with the customer first, make them like us, and make them and provide value for them, and then they like us because we're providing value for them. And then they'll ask, "Oh, what do you have? I'm a yoga teacher. Do you have something for me? Can I buy one of your packages, services? Can I get featured from here and there? Do you have like maybe uh, a link? I want to buy a yoga mat, for example, but I want to buy it from your affiliate link because we trust you." It's just the way it goes. You just have to build trust in the first place. Otherwise, I don't believe in this like sell, 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 and then try to sell, try to. I don't think it's. I think it works for some people, but for myself, I don't. I haven't seen good results, and I like to be aligned with my values and my the way I go with life
Yeah.
and the way I see life. Is I think money and success comes natural to you when you are doing the work and when you are providing value, and yeah, so I hope that answers your
Wow.
question.
Yes, yes. You are such a beautiful human being. What a lovely heart you have for real.
Thank you. Likewise,
Yeah.
Christian. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, we're talking business right now, and business doesn't usually feel like this, you know? This feels really nice and expansive and loving and compassionate and intentional and in business. Very, very rare.
Yeah, and I think I've also
Hmm.
learned this from. I have a guru in India. I go visit him once a year in India, and I've learned something very valuable for him because in the beginning, he wasn't. He's not on social media a lot, but he is very successful. He's very, very successful, and people would pay thousands of dollars just for him to give them an advice or something. He's not on social media or anything, but I like the way he goes about life and the way he approaches life. It's very beautiful. He just he gives you, and he gives you for free. He gives you, for example, if you are in a live with them, he can offer you some things for free that is not you cannot put a price on them. That you see, like this person deserves that I invest into their programs, into their retreats, and their retreats are actually very expensive. But oh God, you have to see the value. It's very very valuable. And I think when you are providing value, you are really have an impact, and you're not really um, money driven. That's where you are the most successful, and people would pay whatever you want because you know you're not money driven. It's just like they say, I, I can't even put a price on this. So whatever you
Yeah.
ask in for, they will give you, and they will see. So I think this is the right way to go for life. And since I've played it, I've been living very well. I've been very fortunate. I've been going every month has been better than the last month before, just by doing this. We're not selling anymore, just providing value. And if things if success is coming to us, then we are welcoming to receive it. That's how we go about it.
I love that. So
Yeah.
humble also. Humility is important.
Yes, yes.
You know? But I
Humility.
love what you said about like if you're not money driven, it will come. You know, like usually like with love, this is a great example. When people are chasing for love, looking for love, they never find it. The minute they stop looking for it, it
Yes, it
comes.
comes. Yes, yes, yeah. It's true. It's true.
So, or have you seen? I forget his name. He's a monk, and he talks about the pendulum. He has his mala beads, and he's like, "I'm holding this, and if I try to pull this toward me, see what happens." He pulls it towards him, and it swings away. And he's like, and in the same, if I try to push something away, it comes closer. But if you just let it be and don't try to pull it, don't try to push it, it's there. It's there.
It's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you about some challenges because this is something a lot of people go through, including myself. You know, um, you're disciplined, you're posting every day, you're sticking to the schedule, you're showing up, but things are not working. Or you said give yourself 3 to 6 months. Maybe it takes 9 months. So, what did you do, or how did you deal with the moments of doubt, or like, oh, this is not working, or what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, it's true. I think if for my case, it was very simple because I didn't have any option. So, and I made this work, or I made this work. So some people have maybe option A, option B, option C. So they don't stick 100% and don't give 100% to what they are normally are devoted to do. So there's in their subconscious mind, like there's this plan B. Maybe if this doesn't work, then I have this plan. So they don't um, push into their limits, and they don't create. They're not being very creative. They don't put what they have in their intuition into reality. So I think that's what happened with me actually. So most people who don't who give up on this journey is simply because I think if they have this plan 100%, they will make it work. There's no doubt about it. Imagine if whether you make this work or you'll be like homeless or you'll be, but at the same time you don't have to put pressure on yourself. It's just a balance between being a homeless, but also you don't have to be very um, in a hurry, because also being in this place wouldn't also yield fruit, because you are working from a place of lack of not, what do we call the opposite of abundance,
Lack? Yeah.
um, of poverty, of things like that. We don't want to work from this place. So you just have to work from this place, that I have to make this work, but also make it work from a place of abundance. Not from a place of
Hmm.
poverty, like of a place of a like a. I think that's how it works naturally. If you have this vision that you want to make it work, you will make it work. But you have to also come from this place of abundance, from being rich, from being wealthy. Even though if you, doesn't matter if you have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank or you have none. It doesn't matter. But you just have to, it's just an inner uh, place, that you have to be in, like this abundance place, and it has nothing to do with the outside, just who you are. And if you are very dedicated and disciplined, you will make it work. You will figure out ways to make it work, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So I'm just looking at my questions
yeah,
to see
go ahead,
if
please.
I missed any. Oh, this is a good one. Well, yes, this is a good one. I need to ask this one because this happens a lot, especially for people with wellness. So I know you mentioned that your guru in India, he's not on social media. And I think that's every wellness person's dream, right? Just to be super famous word of mouth, or famous, successful word of mouth, and they don't need a social media. So what advice do you have for people who they're not known yet and they really don't want to be on social media and they don't understand that it's necessary? Do you think it's necessary, or what do you think?
um, I actually haven't asked my guru how he has gone there, how he's been very kind of successful compared to I've seen how he lives and the way people come run into him. But I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know. But yeah, maybe
But do
through
you
collaborating. I think collaborating on somebody else's retreats. Maybe you go there. Maybe you have inner friends, and and you go from there. But I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
But would you say to them, like, you need to get on social media? Or, like connect with somebody who is on social media because you need social media? Would you agree with that?
I think social media is great if you know where to start. I think it's great. And even if you are an introvert, you don't want to be on social media. You don't have to show your face. maybe start with at least voice over some video or something. You don't have to show your face and talk very up there. Just, and you start from there. And once I think you uh, if you are, I think if you are really pure, it will touch people's hearts, and you will reach to you will reach the people that you want, so I think you have to go there anyways, but you just have to choose your ways. And I don't think like showing your face is always necessary. Just make, but at least make it personal and make it human, so they know you and they trust you. If they don't know, if you don't see your face and know, and they don't hear your voice, it's very hard to trust someone on social media, especially on social media in these days. Maybe in the past, maybe in the past 6, 10 years, there wasn't as much competition. So if you do this on back in the time, you probably be successful because you are the only one teaching yoga or going into this mindfulness world, because there isn't people. But now, um, I would people would prefer someone who talks and who show their face more than those who don't. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
we should they should put a challenge, maybe at least like a try to um, make at least 10 or 15 videos out there, maybe with their voiceover or something. You don't have to show your face again, you just have to, but you need social media anyways. You need it, especially on
Okay.
this
That's what I wanted to hear. You
those
need
people
it.
those people. Maybe my guru isn't on social media, but he has been
Mm-hmm.
teaching for over 30 years in the past. So, and he has been on has been on television on Mexico, on I don't know if it's Mexico, but in Latin America, in USA, and Germany, in Europe. So he has his own
Wow.
ways of attracting people to him. So of making marketing to him. Maybe not on social media, but he has like an email list. He has like a 5,000 email list or something. I don't know. I remember the name, but he works very well, and he has like um, a very successful uh, person and the guru. And so yeah, I
Okay.
hope that answers your
Okay.
question.
It did. It did. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so how I have two more questions. I
Okay, go
have two
ahead,
more
please.
questions.
Yes.
Um, one is, do you have any final thoughts? Any last pieces of advice about social media promotion
Um,
or building?
yeah, I would recommend if everyone on your page is a yoga creator or a yoga related some way. I would recommend you to go ahead, because uh, still there is lots of of places, of spots left that, like, people need you to be there. That's the truth, because we still need content, and we still need sometimes we repost people we repost things that we have reposted in the past. You know why? Because we don't find something new, so we need people to go, new people with new content, and to go outside and to post. We need you as a page, as a community. We need you, people need you, everyone needs you. So, and also, you people will think of themselves after that. Yeah, they will really think themselves. They will say, yeah, it was hard to put myself out there, but it was worth it, because see what
Yes.
I'm at right now. I have a community, people who trust me. I know lots of uh, yoga teachers as well, who can help me with this, who have gone through this. And there are pages that can push me, they can post me on their page as well. So I don't see any downside. Why not to start? None,
Yeah.
almost.
Why not just start?
I just start.
And if somebody wants to ride on the daily yoga practice train, like, have you ever promoted 4 retreats before on your pages?
We do, but in not a very salesy way. Also, you just have to be
Yeah.
very, very clever. How to, so the post can work, and we don't come out as salesy, you know. People don't like
Mm-hmm.
it. People don't like it. Once last year, someone paid me to promote a product of theirs on my page, and didn't it. It had like a 700,000 views on 24 hours, but I've lost a lot of followers because they say, "Why are you selling? Like it's not something
Yeah.
that goes with the values of value of it." And this week he comes and wants another promotion, and I said, "I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't because people didn't like it." So you just have to be very clever in how to promote it.
Yeah.
Uh, if it's not very
Maybe it's a
salesy,
specific
I'm sorry.
maybe it's a specific technique that you're going to talk about at your retreat and you can put it in the description or something like that.
If you are interested or anyone else is interested, just come and DM me and I can send you everything. So
Okay. I'm going to put your links in the description so people can come at you with their ideas
of
on how
course,
you
of
can make
course,
it happen.
of course, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Beautiful. I'm very looking forward
Okay,
to
well,
see you guys. If you want to, I'm here. So
yes, you definitely should. You definitely should reach out to Mehdi. And thank you so much. That those are all my questions. I'm so
thank you, Crystal.
grateful
Thank
that
you, thank you. It
yeah,
was very beautiful talking to you. Very, yeah.
you too. Too.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye everybody.
Bye bye.